I'm gonna Night Killer. Fat. Even that's not good enough. Going with the Steel Lance. Come on, don't fail me now, Marsha. You got this. Yeah, Marsha. That's good. That's good. Okay. Pull you back here. He can't get you there. I'm gonna pull Nephany back because I want Mia to finish this guy off. Funny, I gave her the Lagoose there thinking I was gonna need it, and it turns out that I really don't. Let's go with this. Come on, you got this. Ah, what is that? Miss. Come on, get a crit. Ah. You're Sword Master for a reason, dang it. Critical hits for the win. And crit 25. Beautiful. But apparently not beautiful enough, because he did not get a crit. And he attacked with advantage because he's stupid. Always Vantage. Always. Always be yourself, unless you can be Batman. Always be Batman. Yeah, this actually uses the power of wind in the sword, like wind. So, fire beats wind. I think also, like, if you're point blank, it acts like a sword. What was that? Where did it just kick in? Oh, that was Adept. Oh gosh, I forgot he had that. I don't like that he has that. That. I don't like this guy. I don't think he moves, which means I could probably just keep bashing him with ranged attacks. What does this look like? Fat, 89. Fat, 69. Fat. Fat. It's all fat. Fat. Everything is fat. I'm just gonna let Soren do it. Yeah. Yeah. Get some Adept, get some crits, see what I care. Honestly, I might just let Soren have this one just for the sheer fact that Soren, you know, Soren would never die. Unless I did this. But even still. Bang. Yes. So I mean Soren's got no fears. Soren is fearless. Soren is a ninja. Oh gosh. Do I dare risk this? Quote unquote risk. Feh. The shame. Up. Oh. Too bad. Well, at least Mia got some good experience from him, right? That's all that matters. HP and speed. I wish you would get some more strength. But enough complainings. We won. Somehow. It's because you did an excellent job of driving off the Ravens. Yeah, if we had continued to fight them, we would have suffered more casualties than this. We hardly even fought them. The attack missed once. One attack missed once. I must extend thanks to Raisin. My Lord Ike, I'm pleased to see you well. You haven't been injured, have you? Princess Alencia, I'm fine. I'm unharmed. Oh, that's good. Ike, may I have a word? And if you don't mind, Princess Alencia, would you join us as well? Please join me in that building. What could it be? Let's go see. Alright. This is... Holy... Okay, so this is it. Incredible, no? It's gold. All of it. Diane must be filthy rich. There's so much, it doesn't even seem real. What do we do with it? It's the spoils of war. So naturally, it's ours. In that case, I'd like to borrow 50,000. Would that be alright? Remember this? That's a lot of money. What are you planning on doing? It's a private matter. I apologize, Commander. You're not a child. There's no reason for me to pry. I think Soren remembers. My Lord Ike. Well, I don't actually know. I don't think they heard that mention. Please use this gold for the mercenary company. Until now, I haven't had the resources to adequately pay them, so please. No, if I may borrow the 50,000, that will be more than... You won't borrow it. You'll accept it, and in good faith. The remainder we'll give to Soren for company maintenance. Would that be alright, Princess Alencia? Yes, of course. I think Titania's figured out that Alencia's not one to say no. Grr. General Petrine? The police general. I'm just a messenger. However, I have to tell you. I already heard, you dunderhead. I hated those filthy crows right from the start. Even so, to be betrayed in such a fashion. Someone will pay for this. Oh, you certainly had your way with us, didn't you, King Kilvis? But if you want to make an enemy of Dayan, then so be it. Once Galley has fallen, we'll turn our attention to your puny nation and wipe it off the face of the world. Why are you still here? Do you find me amusing? Shall I make my lance dance for you? No, ma'am. No, never. No, not at all. I beg your pardon. So sorry. I'll be going now. Dog's breath. I need something. A brilliant plan. If this continues much longer, the king will have my head. Oh. Wouldn't we love that? You wanted to see me? You've waited a long time. Take this. It's the gold you were promised. Finally scraped it together, eh? I'll gladly accept it. Aren't you going to count it? There's no need. I'll trust you. Alright. Then I'll take what was promised. The report you wrote for my father. There isn't one. What? There is no report. Never was. You lied to me? You exploited my need to know more about my father. There is something I must tell you. However, it could not be written down. It is too great of a secret for that. Your father told me to wait until I thought you were mature enough to hear it, and then to tell you myself. Mature? Then what was the 50,000 gold for? Ah, the gold. That was my idea. I thought it would be a good way to test how resourceful and responsible you were. Get started. I want to hear it all. I spent a long time as Greil's hired shadow. A long time. I remained hidden from sight in case the day ever arrived that I needed to fulfill my contract. All that time, for one job. What was it? If Greil were ever to go berserk, I was to stop him. I was to take his life. What? Actually, there was one other thing. If Greil were ever slain by his pursuers, I was to watch over his son and tell him Greil's secret at an appropriate time. That was my job. Berserk? What are you talking about? Why would you have to kill my father? Because of Liran's medallion. What medallion? What are you talking about? The medallion your sister carries. Huh? That old bronze thing? I thought it was just a keepsake of my mother's. Are you telling me that it's something more? Greil told me it was an object of great peril, but nothing more. I did some investigating on my own, though. And what I discovered surprised me. Tell me. Liran was one of the Heron clan, an ancestor of our Prince Raisin, who carried with him a bronze medallion. Long, long ago, a band of heroes defeated an evil god and imprisoned it therein. An evil god? Do you think this is funny? You are joking, aren't you? Unfortunately, I'm not, and I have no idea how the cursed thing came to be in Greil's possession. That being said, I do know that the men who hunted your father were actually seeking the medallion. Why they wanted it and what they planned to do with it, just thinking about it gives me chills. I'm finding all of this a little hard to believe. You said the medallion was an object of great peril, didn't you? Then why would my father allow Miss to carry it around? That doesn't make any sense. It's because she can carry it safely. Actually, she's the only one who can. If you want proof, think back. Have you ever once touched it? No, I haven't. A long time ago, I remember reaching out for it while Mist had it in her hand. My father scolded me harshly. After that, I assumed it was my sister's alone, and I never reached for it again. Compared to other people, the balance within your sister is extremely strong. Your mother, it seems, was the same. That's why they could bear it safely. The medallion is like a strong poison. It takes the worst aspects of a person and magnifies them 1,000-fold. Greil touched it only once, and it drove him to complete madness. So that's what you meant when you said he went berserk. That's right. The Orc and Laguz are made up of two forces, balance and chaos. In this, there is no difference between us. It is the proportion of balance to chaos that determines how much the medallion affects a person. In that sense, it predicts how much harm that person might do. Your father was one of the preeminent swordsmen of his generation. That day, after he touched the medallion, 20 soldiers had come for him. 20 highly trained killers. Your father barely broke a sweat cutting them down. Then he began attacking his neighbors, those who had taken him in, concealed his identity, and called him friend. He slew them one by one, until your mother rushed in, thinking only to save her husband from himself. It was over in an instant. Your mother grabbed the medallion from his hand and stepped away from him. They say she smiled as he pulled his sword from her breast, and forgave him as her life's blood spilled into the street. My father killed my mother? No, that can't be. It was the medallion. Its power is too great for any man, even one of your father's caliber. Me? You? If either of us touched it, I'm certain that we both would have been consumed by madness. When your father regained his senses, he tracked me down. It seems he's heard rumors of me some time before. He said he had needed someone like me, close-mouthed, skilled, and most importantly, willing to do any sort of work. Of course, after hearing what he wanted me to do, I turned him down. Greil was once a famed general. He was Sir Gawain, one of Dane's 4 riders, and I recognized him at once. There was no chance someone like me would ever be able to stop him. But you took the job anyway. Why did you change your mind? Greil had lost his wife, and his grief was overpowering. To keep anything like that from happening again, he crippled himself. He slashed the tendons in his sword hand so that he could not wield a sword again. I took the job only because he had become someone my skill could handle. And even then, he was still far stronger than most men. I don't know what to say. That is Greil's secret, as I know it. I now entrust you the responsibility of seeing that the medallion does not fall into the wrong hands. Your sister must keep it. As my father lay dying, he told me to forget everything and live in peace. What did he mean? He didn't want you to lose yourself and go hunting for revenge, I suppose. He was killed much sooner than he ever expected to be. So my father's dying wish was for me to protect the medallion. If I can do that, everything will be alright? I believe so. At the very least, that must take precedent over everything else. I understand. Oh, one last thing. What is it? Do you want to hire me, in the event that you go berserk someday? If we make a deal now, you won't have to worry about it anymore. As for payment, I can take it out of the 50,000 you just gave me. What do you say? I'm going to hire him, and you'll see why. Please. That's a wise decision. And in that case, I no longer need to conceal my true identity. Huh? So now, a good thief. A good thieving Volke. Thieves, these aren't known to have a lot of attack, a lot of power to them. But yet this one did. If you remember, our strength was very high, near 20, which is max for first class. Now, why would that be? Well, because our thief here was really an assassin. Oh, what? Only 18. Huh. Oh, that's right, I didn't get... That's because... Yeah, okay. Whatever. Yeah, an assassin. I'm not really a thief. I'm an assassin. From now on, I'll take on any job you've got, no matter how dirty. And there we go. Father, mother, oh why? Yep. Raven escaped. Yeah, 30 for each. One yet defeated. I think 30 for each. I think that's how it works. I could be wrong, but feh. Alright, so that's not bad. Alright, So now, go ahead and save. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.